On SNG Daily, let's take a look at stories that are making global headlines.
I declared that it was a terrorist incident.
For the second time in 3 days, Australia has seen another stabbing incident. This one was reported from the Assyrian Christ the Good Shepherd Church, where a suspect wounded at least 4 people in a knife attack. The injured include Bishop Mar Mari Emmanuel of the church, who was attacked during a live streaming service. After the attack, there were clashes between the police and church-goers, in which at least 7 were injured and 20 police vehicles were damaged. Police arrested a male teenager who they believe acted alone and was motivated by suspected religious extremism. The injured bishop and his online sermons are very popular online and garner a lot of views.
This is a disturbing incident. There is no place for violence in our community. There is no place for violent extremism. We are a peace-loving nation.
It's the first time a former US president will face a criminal trial, and Donald Trump's trial in New York started with the process of jury selection. But by the looks of it, that is going to take some time. Of the nearly 100 probables who were part of the jury selection process, 50 dropped out after they said they could not fairly decide whether Trump covered up a hush money payment to a porn star. The Manhattan DA has accused Trump of falsifying records to cover up a $130,000 payment made to porn star Stormy Daniels during his presidential campaign of 2016, in which he defeated Hillary Clinton. He reportedly paid hush money to Stormy Daniels about a 2006 sexual encounter she has said they had. Now, Trump has denied the relationship and pleaded not guilty.
This is political persecution. This is a persecution like never before. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. And again, it's a case that should have never been brought.
The FBI has started a criminal investigation into the bridge collapse at Baltimore. The cargo vessel with an Indian crew on board crashed into the Francis Scott Key Bridge after it lost power and control of the vessel just as it was leaving Baltimore Port on March 26. At least 6 people who were working on the bridge fell into the Patapsco River and died. The FBI probe will look into whether the crew of Dali knew of any malfunction or problems with the ship's systems before they left the port. The body of the 4th victim was recovered on April 15, 3 weeks after the tragedy. Work is still on to clear the shipping channel of debris so the Baltimore port can open once again. Many of the Gaza detainees released by Israel have alleged that they were abused during their time in detention. Israel has released 150 Palestinians detained during its military operations in Gaza. Among those detained were 2 members of the Palestine Red Crescent Society. They had been detained for 50 days. A resident of Khan Yunis, who was in Israeli custody, has alleged that he was not given timely medical attention, because of which one of his legs had to be amputated. Sufia Abu Saleh told Reuters, and I quote, "I went into jail with 2 legs and I returned with 1, unquote. The 42-year-old said he was picked up from a school where his family was taking shelter. He alleged that he was beaten up in custody as well. Israel's military has denied all these allegations. Some of the detainees claimed they were asked questions about Hamas and whether they had any connection with the terror group. Staying with news from Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu summoned his war cabinet for the second time in 24 hours, as all eyes stay on how Israel will choose to respond after Iran's drone and missile attack on the night of April 13. World leaders have urged restraint. US Defense Secretary Austin Lloyd dialed his counterparts in the Middle East and Europe, stressing on regional stability to prevent conflict. The Israel-Iran tensions have heightened concerns that the Gaza war is spreading further in this region. Since the start of the war in Gaza, there have been clashes between Israel and Iran-aligned groups in Lebanon, Syria, Yemen, and Iraq.
Iran will face the consequences for its actions. We will choose our response accordingly.
For more such videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the like button and follow for more news updates.